How's it going, everyone? And welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Yes, we are here today for the first trial part of the second case, the stolen turnabout, which is undoubtedly one of the best second cases of the series, in my opinion. And today we are going to meet a certain character, which I'm very fond of, actually. Actually, it's a character many Ace Attorney fans are fond of, if not fond of, yeah, they respect him a lot. And hey, how's it going, BBR? Thanks for coming in. You officially got rid of an... What? I don't follow your line of thought. First, I'm confused. I'm severely confused, but thanks for coming in. And hey, Satan, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. And hey, Matthew, how's it going? Old bag! Oh, not old bag. I don't think we're gonna meet her in the witness stand this game. Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing the thing that I do in Nuzlocke. But anyways, today we're gonna meet a character, and oh right, the art. Speaking of Danganronpa, I've been recording non-stop for the past 2 days, well, including today. And I've already... Yeah, that's true, I remember. And I've already completed the class trial for Chapter 3. I'm starting Chapter 4 after this stream. It's a bit insane, honestly. If I continue to do this, even throughout the weekend, I might finish this series on Sunday, which is ridiculous. But I don't know if I can do that. Stop knocking on wood, that's weird. Oh, fair enough. But yeah, I might finish recording the entire series on Sunday if I continue to do this, so, yeah, I'm on full gear. I can't be stopped. I can't be stopped. Anyways, let's start this episode today, shall we? The Stolen Turnabout, Part 2 Trial. I was waiting for that. October 13th, 9:36 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. I've got to get prepared. I can't laugh because I can't make a high voice for the character that I'm about to interpret after this. So, here we go. Hey, Nick. What is it? Something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, look at this. I bought this the Mask publicity photo. Takes out bludgeoning that. Ah, this music. Oh, I need to put it a little louder, actually. You bought that where? There's a little tent in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. Wow, really? You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Wow. Okay. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, I made it. Yeah, you made it. Oh, I don't know. He said I made it, right? Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! Ugh, he's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lonely Taylor. I admit it! But you don't have to sick or learn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally, when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty, so make sure to give me a guilty verdict, please! What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey. Bonjour! Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at the time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. No, Matthew, get this. This guy is literally called the Phantom Thief Mask the Mask. I'm not kidding. A flashy thief who steals valuable works of art, sends a calling card before a heist. He was called the Phantom Thief Mask the Mask. You see... If he says he did it, where's the challenge? Well, you'll see. Actually, the thief is, Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. Alright. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is masked the mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Trademark. Hey, to be fair, this game came before Persona 5. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. Here we go. Let's see if my vocal warm-up did me any good. October 13th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 6. Order is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Hello. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? This parasite's whole rules. Are you ready to pass judgment? What? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I'm Gato. Legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Oh, yes! Yes! This song is awesome! He's the one that Detective Hackney was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Ha! None. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. He looks so rad. He is. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Why, never confirm beginner, aren't you? Today's the end of your streak. Really? For what? What are you talking about, BVR? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their last as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Ah, don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts. Jesus Christ, this guy is cool. This guy's the real deal, alright, Nick. Why does it seem like all the prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet Mr. Phoenix Wright. Nick, is he a friend of yours? For not losing faces. Oh, cases. Okay, yeah, today's the end, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'd gladly lose to him. But the game makes me win. No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of hell to battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo? It's not Gobo, it's Gato, Your Honor. I never lost. Yeah, that's true. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. Secretly hedged within disguise. Nope. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying that chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. Okay, here we go. My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking, or listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Wait, what? You have Portuguese tests? That's crazy. I don't know if you're telling the truth or not. I know you use a translator all the time. Yes, sir. Mask the Mask's crimes. Alright. Mask the Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. It's a bad detective. He wants to pressure the insecure guy. Yeah, that's his thing. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual he sent a card on to Lord Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Mask the Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. Okay, then. Oh, wait a minute. You've never done one, have you? So the actual identity of this masked mask is... Mr. Gatto, you... There it is. We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Gatto. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Very well. It's only coffee after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial? Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you going to do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't the mask who stole the urn. And I'm pretty sure what to do already. I just did a class trial this morning, alright? I have a keen eye for detecting contradictions. The mystical coffee cup from the side. Yeah, that always bothered me, honestly. The mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Zavari, author on thieves. An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You Really? You got it, pal, except maybe for the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Svari, do you? Who is this person, Svari? He sounds German. His name is Look At Me, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. It looks like the thief is playing with me even now. Get destroyed, Gumshoe. He's so confident that he sends his calling card. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? You're not surprised, yet? Of course I have, except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. Though I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Acme stopped Miss Sanders from taking it to the police. Was a calling card that Laura Lee Taylor received authentic? Wow, really? I know you have authority to say that since you are German yourself. Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. You're absolutely certain that this card is real? I wish you can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about the Mask's emblem. This was his 5th heist, and has usually sent a card onto Lord Lee Taylor. Send attack. Keen eye. It's 5th heist and your 5th screw-up. Jesus, Phoenix! Objection, pal! That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. But this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away, got me? Wow, it looks like he's really got it in for Detective Acme. You used Pocket Send Attack? Well, speaking of Pokemon, I might have started playing Pokemon Masters recently. It's a fun game. It's to always go after only the most precious art pieces. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous tear of Emanon. What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? No, sir. It's a blue diamond. A single rare diamond. Next was the crown of Mongora. You know, the thing you put on your head. Oh, god damn it, I'm trying to open my next water bottle. Don't sell out. I'm not selling out, I'm just saying it's fun. Sort of. It's just a pastime anyways. It's not like I'm gonna get obsessed with the game. But then again, if you think about it, my channel isn't just a giant sellout. Almost none of the games I play are free. Wow. Well. After that was the Left Hand of Hades, and then the Portrait of Magina, sir. Detective Acme retrieved the Portrait of Magina and returned it to the museum. The target of his fifth and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? Isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look like the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. Okay, I'll stop. That's why we're sure it was mask to mask. It fits his MO to a T. One of the villages supposedly priceless but has no monetary value. It just made me huff. Wow! Wow, BVR! Wow! Wow! God damn it. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? As hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You've said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? Oh, right, I heard about it, actually. Really? Oh, that sucks, but I heard about it. I still have to play a Final Fantasy game as well. There's so much shit to do, and Uni's restarting next week. Ah, I'm too pressured. Anyways. That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn didn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Gatto, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Mask to Mask would normally go after. I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright. You're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Mask to Mask? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Mask to Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Gatto? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Gatto number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to get down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Triton. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Mask to Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Mask to Mask's methods and fake. Fake the mask? Fake the mask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Teller that night was actually a fake. No, we're not doing that dumb joke again. No, it wasn't that number. It was close though. Though I don't approve of Mr. Gatto's behavior, his point is valid. This little star remembers me from Soul Eater. I don't know that. Right, waiting. Looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Tiller that night was in fact fake the mask. Yeah, that one was that reference came unexpected. What joke? Come on. I think it's the security camera photo. The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us just what about this picture is so peculiar. According to the picture Mike just got a couple of minutes ago, there should be a brooch here. It's right here. It's right here, of course. You mean, that's the mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? Fuck, for God's sake. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch. Oh, it's a brooch, yeah. On the mask's chest. A breach? Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. A breach? They've broken through! The castle is breached! A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now. But the mask in the security camera photo. Ah! He has no brooch! That brooch is the same as the emblem on the mask's calling card and serves as his symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. Wow, okay then. In other words, the mask is a fake. Just to be fair, BVR, he is too lucky to allow that to happen. I've been fooled again! Order! It's true, undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Hey now, you're an all-star. I had to do it. I'm sorry. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Gatto, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Ah, the brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this? Ah! That's the mask's brooch. Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. Wow. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Damn this cub. Buddha statue? You must mean the Amy Face statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy is one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hikeys on there, too. Hikeys? I think that's how it's said. Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Rhonda Light's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch! Order in the court! Mr. Gatto, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. Gee, I mean, it appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Ha! You mess with Gatto. And you get burned. He's been playing me like a violin. They played us like a damn fiddle. The plot thickens. Yep. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me, but I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? One second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What's clear? Zavari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Yep. Oh, well, yes, that's right. Ah, not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Wait a second, I know this guy, don't I? Which one? Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Acme, Haze Detective and Rising Star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. Drink water time. I've heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. What I witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. But that's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask the Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Sorry no. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Rule of the final witness starts when? This case is gonna be a little more tricky than that. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Old-Timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the King of Thieves, the great Mask the Mask, my arch-enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. What I witnessed. Approximately 1 o'clock in the morning. So that would be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse, near the computer. Near the computer, huh? Well then, you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it. Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Hemshu also said that he never saw him at the crime scene. Right, the body exists. Precisely! That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. BDR, don't start, please. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure. On your pigeony head, that is. In any case, that's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask the Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Dancingly descended? From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Please, someone, please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak upon me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby WA stunts. Gato is guilty. Ah, funny jokes. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened. Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask, that's all I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Gato, do you have a problem with the photo? Good. Let's continue with the test. He didn't even have to say anything. He's just like, nope. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. So basically, you got attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, Sir Lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Huh? Well, actually yes, by a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory too. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memories was because I have more brains to begin with. You may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. Severed. Ha. I know how to read good English. In any case, then that was when I was knocked senseless. And then 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone. 30 minutes later. About this 30 minutes, my silver cord was loosened, and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy's saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold. Oh, what happened during these 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atney. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell us such an obvious lie? Right, the brooch. Since it has been torn, it had to have been like, the brooch, yeah, the brooch. See, I just did a class trial. I'm ready for this shit. Mr. Atney, did you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis Mask the Mask. It is, in point of fact, Mask the Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Huh. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! We can only deduce that a thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person. B. Shut up. Hangman's gambits weren't the best to me. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security that night. You, Detective Atney. Ugh. Detective Atney, you must have fought with the thief that night. So why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness! Giving false testimony is a serious crime. Yeah. No! Wait just a moment, sir, old-timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. Don't speak. I'm not gonna say anything. I know, right? I wasn't expecting so many, and so unforgiving. I actually remembered most of it since I played the game, unfortunately, but I forgot the second Hangman's Gambit, and it was the longest one, so I was like, yeah. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Witness, so now are you saying that you and the thief fought? Yep. Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Here we go. Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. Hi, look at me. Agree completely. Fight with the thief. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief had the weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam! And that's all she wrote. Ooh, sorry about that. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Mask the Mask? Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can't be good. Is everything going alright on YouTube, Land? Yes, it is. That's good. Oh, it's Allegro time! Okay, I was not expecting it. I love this theme, by the way. I said it before, I'll say it again. So why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer? What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? Yeah. About the sensor. What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a gap door as well. I hooked up heat detecting, infrared, and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Lordly Taylor Department Store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, you couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, sir lawyer? McCartney cannot be so easily discombobulated. What does that mean, discombobulated? Young people these days, they really irritate me. They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Oh, I've forgotten. What was I saying? Jeez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. Unfortunately, the thieves grabbed the weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, that thief had no idea that look at me, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Shikichito. So the thief armed himself with the sword. What about yourself, witness? A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. You have that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college, I was the second in charge of the boxing club. Sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. Hey, thanks a lot, BBR. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Mask the Mask. This guy's a real piece of work. His first blow struck true, and bam, that's all she wrote. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was power-vicious. Power-vicious? I assumed that the at-me fighting stance. But a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? At-me fighting style? What is this at-me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret I really can't say anymore. Oh my, I keep forgetting, man. Every single time I keep forgetting that's a thing. For fuck's sake, I'm so stupid. Anyways. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. I think it's a, hey, Golly, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. You've missed Gado's introduction, my friend. That's it? That's the at-me fighting style? Well, I was right. What about that testimony? It was very important. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique after all. Hey, thanks. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness. We'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. My back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. The mask knocked at me out during the crime with... Objection! Liar! Detective Atney, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun is this, sir lawyer? It's truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. Rebuttal showdowns? No, not rebuttal showdown, And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. Ah, that's good. Food is always important. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I've made another mistake. Detective Atney, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. The Giorno's theme starts. Piano. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong! Objection! To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate. And yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on! It's not as pretty as that! Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. This is it. Ah, my note. This might just be my chance to turn things around. You're waiting for coffee too. I mean, who isn't, right? Mr. Wright, where exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that... Man, Gatto hasn't... Yeah, of course he has. Come on, it's Gatto. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Look At Me's true identity is actually... Mask the Mask! Yeah! Oh, it's pursuit time. Rage Kuma. Order in the court, Mr. Wright! What is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atney's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scene, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in this last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh please, the explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atney. The truth is that you are in fact Mask the Mask. Yeah. Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows Mask the Mask. And his nose is too big for that. The security camera belongs to Lordly the Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Plot twist! Then he simply dressed as the thief and stole the urn. So the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? Isn't your nose a little too big for this? Here we go. Demask's MO. Demask's MO is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I'm impressed, Sir Lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atney, when you assume the thief's identity... Oh, right. I forgot about this. Gatto blend number 102. My personal favorite. Mr. Gatto! The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But Mr. Gatto, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points tonight. I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt. Mr. Wright, if this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Always right. Don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have. Quickly! Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Atney looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. Can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Look At Me is in fact Mask the Mask. Okay, let's try not to make a mistake here, shall we? I would very much appreciate if I got everything right on the first try. Spamming buttons, I don't know. It's right here, yep. As usual, the defense comes prepared, Your Honor. Very well then, let's see what you've got. Please present proof that Mask the Mask is actually... Wait. No, fuck, I made a mistake. Allow me to restart. I remembered now. I'm sorry, guys. There wasn't any evidence yet. Proof? Of course, I've got nothing. Just what I thought. At least that's what I think I'm supposed to do. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. Ugh.
Mystery, I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion.
It's no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy's the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this?
So, you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer?
I can't think of a counterattack at all.
Seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted.
No, I don't cheat. I remembered. See? I told you.
Oh.
Desiree!
Who are you?
That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Miss Delight, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for? I think I found it.
You mean that bag?
No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well?
What?
The sacred urn! Nick, it's the urn! I just remembered this happened.
Order! You madam! That urn! Where did you find it?
You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective. Look at me. Oh, Desi, you're the best! Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atney? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Where the hell and why? I don't know, but she just saved us.
Objection! Ha! Pathetic. Mr. Gatto, do you have something that you wish to say?
Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad.
You're still denying that Mr. Atney was involved?
Before casting aspersions at Detective Atney, consider the young lady here. Her name is Desiree Delight. Is that correct? Yes. What about it? Ha! How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here. Oh god. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, man. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to. You're wrong! I would never do such a thing! Miss Delight, please, Nicky boy, you've gotta help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Acme Detective Agency. The fingerprints. I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Goes killing spree with absolute BS. Gatto is the king of, like, reversing a situation. You thought Phoenix was good. This guy's godly. That pun definitely intended.
Fingerprints, huh?
Oh, come now.
Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. About it, Mr. Wright. This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway.
Nick, what are you going to do now? I've gone too far to turn back now. Atney must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. It's Gatto. I think it's Gatto, anyways. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn.
So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway?
Mr. Atney, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey Nick, come on, open it up! Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open this private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kinda hard and smooth.
Well, hello there. General Kenobi.
It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time, but I did touch what was inside.
What? You touched it?
And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard.
Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in the Detective Acme's office.
Objection!
Oh. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it?
Of course it does.
What did you say?
Not what I said, it's what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. Oh, poor Adrian. Her efforts were undermined every single time. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Acme Detective Agency. This blend. That'll blend 107, number 107. I've decided. It's a little too bitter after all.
Order! 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 I accept the defense's request! Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait! Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying?
Yes, I've finally broken him down.
Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
This guy's nuttier than a fruitcake.
You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Mask de Mask. Please believe me. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance.
And he's dead.
Well, Mr. Gatto, what's Mr. Atmey's condition?
He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be.
Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief.
Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief.
Or finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight.
Oh, come on.
You're wrong! Wrong, I tell you! I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say.
Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening.
The thief! The sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me! It's him! I'm him! I'm the one you want! I'm the thief, I tell you! So do it! Pronounce me guilty, please! I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but...
Objection!
The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry up and pass What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you.
God damn it.
Chicago, don't just stand there drinking coffee.
Hey there, Mr. Thief.
Yes, sir.
If you're really the man, then clean up your own mess.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean.
If you are masked and masked, then prove it. That's what it means.
Yes, sir. I'll be happy to.
He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man.
I know that. I won't fail, I swear.
Okay then. Talk. We're all listening.
Oh well. Let's all have a listen to this confession.
Why though?
Why though? The truth is, I've been Mask the Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Mask the Mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and got it turned off.
It got turned off, that's all. Please help me.
I don't like the direction this trial has taken.
This is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway. Ah. You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Gatto. You're embarrassing me. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? Sort of, but not really. It's kinda hard to describe what's gonna happen next. But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll promise I keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Mask the Mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Gatto. I'll do my best.
Alright, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination.
I already know what to present and where. You don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all. Are you sure about that?
Objection!
Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Huh? Yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere.
Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away.
No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence.
Evidence? Evidence? Sounds like to me you were trying to steal some quick money.
Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters.
What? Surely you're not serious?
Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB Security that night. No! Oh god. So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi. No. Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry anyway.
Well, Mr. Gatto, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee!
Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Gatto. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid on his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The keycard to KB Security's CEO office. No! Ha! That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway?
Well, Mr. Wright, looks like you need some more evidence after all.
This stupid kid.
Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night.
1 a.m. It's this. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? Ah! That's...
What is it?
A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail. Yes, basically it says bring $50,000.
That certainly sounds like blackmail, all right.
At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself in KB Security's CEO office, a full half an hour away from the scene of the crime. No! You should be locked up in prison for breaking the holy promise not to lie in court. Yeah, it's rude.
Order! 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 So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It looks like a perfect case for the defense.
Objection!
You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... well, let's just say that my Gatto plan number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof, I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that? At least I know what I think of you.
Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright.
Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
There is someone else who can testify. I can't believe I'm actually... Am I really resorting to this fucker again?
Who is this useless-looking young man?
You don't remember him, Your Honor.
Not exactly. Just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise up in my throat.
It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night.
Oh?
The question at hand is, this keycard.
Yep, that's the keycard that I used in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office.
You need it to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record.
Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when.
As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth by simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Larry wasn't here the entirety of last game. Why did he have to appear now?
Well, Mr. Gatto,
The name of the CEO of KB Security is Ken Bullard. I wasn't able to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data. Here.
So what does it show?
Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime.
But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as mask to mask in this photo.
Ah, it looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be mask to mask. Good job, you did it, Nick!
That's enough! I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief. Again!
What's wrong, Your Honor?
Ready to pass judgment. Before I do that, do you have any further objections?
No, Your Honor.
Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty.
Yay! Yay! We won! So happy!
Court is now adjourned.
And yet, the case isn't over. October 13th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 4. Nick, you did it! We were right after all! Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Mickey boy! Oh, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Mickey boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Oh, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick! Oh, the pearls! I've got a bad feeling about this. Huh? Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing! How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself! Ouch! She slapped me! I'm Burley? This woman is Miss Desiree's Delight. Miss Desiree Delight, she's our client's wife. Mr. Nick! Yes? You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client! No, you got it all wrong! I'll never forgive you! Oh, a double slap. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? You got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Mickey Boy here. But actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. We won the case. Then why does this guy still look so glum? I am the thief. Actually, what's the point? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Bessie. But
Thing is, come on, give the kid some time. Huh? He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Gatto, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy? Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of King Bullard was discovered. A body has been discovered! You're fucked! King Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Body? The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean... That's right, amigo. At the same time that cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You've figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out? What? On October 12th, at 1 o'clock in the morning, Rondelai was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbued with utter rage. What are you saying? Imbued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know it. Rondelai was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? Looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the news that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way! He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. Oh, but I'm the thief, I tell you. Rondelai, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible! I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Wright. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight. Oh, bye-bye. We fucked ourselves. Nick, how could this be happening? I'm getting some Danganronpa 1 Chapter 5 vibes from this. I chose to trust this person, so now I'm getting executed. Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. God, it was Larry. Yeah, Ronnie! Bye, miss. Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. This dude, yeah, same. That's one of the best ways to describe him, actually. Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen next? And that is the end of the first trial. Ah, yes. Well, I finished the stream fairly early, actually. That gives me some more time to record Danganronpa, maybe even 2 episodes of Chapter 4, perhaps? Maybe? I'm hatching an evil scheme in my mind, guys. I'm hatching an evil scheme. Anyways, that was a very cool, good trial. I think this trial is... They could not have introduced Gatto any better, honestly. Because his presence is honestly overwhelming, as you could, Gatto is an ultimate. Yeah, he's the ultimate coffee drinker. Anyways, as I was saying, this trial really sets the tone for Gatto's presence throughout this game. He's imposing, very quiet, but when he speaks, you're fucked, basically. Unless you have a very good rebuttal up your sleeve. Which usually you don't until very late in the trial. And, trust me, if you sleep during one of these, you will get a game over. Gatto ain't like Francisca. He will slap you with coffee. And, spoiler alert, it's not usually cold.
Anyways, guys, tomorrow should be Pokemon Ultra Moon, if I'm not mistaken, and the day after tomorrow is the finishing touches of Danganronpa IF. I hope so, because if I can finish Rebuttal Showdown. But anyways, as I was saying, Thursday we'll probably finish reading Danganronpa IF. If I can't finish reading, I'm sorry, I'll have to finish on a different episode and way ahead in time, like 2 months into uni or something, or even at the start of uni, I don't know. But basically, Danganronpa IF has either to be finished this Thursday, or it's going to be finished way later on into this year. Friday, we'll return to Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and the weekend, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything. But if I can, I'll record Danganronpa and stream probably this game and Pokemon Ultra Moon again. So guys, let's appreciate this final week with gusto. That'll be all for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this stream, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new to the channel. And if you want to be notified of future streams like this one, hit the little bell, you know what to do. Also, if you want to join my Discord server for absolutely no reason at all, link is in the description below. Guys, until next time, peace!